Charlotta and this is the School of Pattern Cutting. In this video I'm gonna talk to you about what a flare or A-line top is and also how to draft one. We had a comment a while ago asking us to maybe show how to draft an A-line jacket and an A-line top, and that made me think of Balenciaga, and I love his stuff and he's done some really lovely stuff as volume. We've also made a video on a fashion chat with Vicky and I talking about this book and our favourite pieces. Please watch it because he is just one of the masters of fashion. But in this case I'm going to just talk about one garment, which is, it's probably a bit more extreme in what you wear in real life, but it's just to show you the principles. This is a beautiful evening cocktail silk coat from 1958, but I'm sort of going to concentrate on the top line. As you can see, I've created a beautiful bit of volume in there. Watch our fashion chat to hear Vicky and me talk about all the different sort of interesting pattern cutting things happening in this jacket. But in this video I'm just going to concentrate on the drafting, and I'm going to show you how to change your basic bodice block into a flared top. And I'm going to add quite a lot of volume, so it's sort of, it goes proper big A-line. And if you'd like to learn how to do a more subtle top, which is A-line but actually looks straight, let me know in the comments below, because it's slightly different but also great fun. So let's get drafting. As always, you need a piece of paper, and I'm just going to show you how to do the front of it, because the back is exactly the same but easier because you don't have a bustard. So the first thing you do as usual is draw around your bodice, marking your notches. And also your bustard as usual. And we're gonna mark the waist as well, waist darts, because it's gonna give you a guide. So I'm gonna draw in my darts. And label my center front. And if it's a top, it would be a fold. And if it's a jacket, you add your seam allowance. But for this one, I'm just going to do a simple A-line top. So I'm gonna, to create that volume, what I want to do is close that bustard, and then instead of changing position as I've done before, I'm gonna open it into volume at the waist. And at the same time, because that Balenciaga evening coat is really flared A-line, I'm going to add some more volume. So I'm going to actually draw a parallel line to my bust point line, which is at right angles to the waist and parallel to the center front, hopefully. So this is 10.5 centimeters. So I'm going to make it halfway. So I'm just going to do, but I still want to stay in the shoulder because I want to keep the neckline. So I actually need to go more like 6.5. So this is going to be a second line for adding volume. So it's spread out. So I'm going to get some volume from here, but I'm actually going to extend this line as well. So I'm going to get a second lot of volume from the middle of my shoulder, and then I'm going to get a third lot of volume from my new line. So what I need to do is just cut along all three lines so I can close the dart and create volume. So first of all I'm going to cut my dart. I'm going to leave it, I stopped just short of that line so I can leave it attached, and then I'm going to cut into both lines. I've cut just shy of my shoulder line again, so I can now cut off the excess paper and open up my top. So you can see what I want to do now is open my top to create volume. As you can see, it's actually I can create quite a lot of volume. So as always, when we talk about volume, don't be too subtle. It's sort of, by the time this looks massive, by the time it's spread around your body, it's actually going to be quite subtle. So if you want to have a straight looking top, it actually is already slightly A-line. So for it to look like it's A-line, like there's volume in it, you really need to add quite a lot of volume. So what I'm going to do now is glue it down on a piece of paper and make sure my volume is evenly spread. And then I'm going to show you how to redraft your waistline, and then you're ready to twirl. So I'm going to glue all three down one after the other. So I'm going to start with the center front piece. And this video was inspired by some comments. So please, if there's anything else you'd like us to do, drop us a comment. Because we really like to sort of try out stuff we hadn't thought about. And also we put a blog on our website each week giving more in-depth information about our video tutorials. So if you like to know more about the garments we're looking at, maybe some sort of tricks on how to do them or variation, manipulations, check out the link to our website on our channel. And then if you subscribe, you can get the blog post each week with nice images and sort of inside knowledge on how to create volume, change your colors. So I've done my first one, and as you can see, I've added what I think is a nice amount, which is 5 centimeters. So I need to do the next one exactly the same. So I'm gonna draw a 5 centimeter line here, so I know my volume is the same. So the first thing I need to do is actually draw close my dart shut so you can see how it's going to become much bigger, which you might want to do. I think that Balenciaga has probably got a waist measurement of it, because it stands away from your hip, and your hip is around 100 centimeters. So it's going to be at least 130, 140. So as you can see, adding 5 might actually not be enough, because I'm not actually opening the top. So I might actually make it slightly bigger, which is what's good about using Sprit stick. So I'm just going to actually make it twice the size. So I'm going to add 10 centimeters. And this is what's great about using paper, that you can just change it as you go along. So you can see I'm lining it up, and when I'm on the top, just pressing it down gently. And then the last thing I need to do is redraw my waistline. And then for your first draft, I wouldn't even add seam allowance. I would just cut it out, do it in a nice drapey fabric. Because calico, you can try in calico, it'd be quite nice and sculptural. So what you can start with is that you just draw a straight line. So that's your sort of guidance. And then use your pattern master to redraft your curve. So you're just sort of evening out. Can you see if there's a kink there? So I'm going to even that out as close to my lines as possible. Because the more you take off, it's going to become sort of slightly cropped, and we don't want that. So never try to keep as close to original lines as possible. So there you have it. A lovely flared A-line top, which is quite cropped, but you could extend it and make it into a coat or a dress. So I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to get all the new video tutorials each week. And I look forward to your versions. Tag us on Instagram or drop us a comment on Pinterest. Thank you very much.